right now, we've got another set to bring you. We got a best of 5. God. We've got some new civs in the mix.
Look at the map draft, though. Do you know what's left?
Is it craters?
It's craters.
It's craters?
They're playing craters.
Playing on craters? B. Oh, just randoming his map draft. Look at that. Versus MSN. Oh, exciting stuff.
He ran up the map draft, but he did first pick Mongols. It's pretty good on craters.
Yeah. So I hear those meteorites going wild with the additional stone that it provides you. Especially the Mongols were a civ designed to not get extra stone from anything. And, you know, here's your option. Here's a way to really boost your stone production with those meteors. But MSN, able to secure the Tuklov dynasty. I pronounced that right?
Tuklok? I think so.
Tuklok.
Oh, and we've got B moving his TC on top of the meteor because, you know, getting Dark Age aggressed by Lancaster is not fun, and you do want to secure that meteor for yourself, because if you put enough villagers on that meteor to, you know, just chain produce Keshik, you can actually chain double produce Keshik from the stone that you get extra.
Absolutely wild. And yeah, the meteor just so close to the original TC starting location. Able to drive that TC right over to it. He is going to be down in Vills, but I mean, resources per minute, he's going to be fine with the fact that he's getting both gold and stone from one source.
Now, I'll say this, you cannot build an Uvu on the meteor, for anyone wondering, as we see B actually losing his Khan to the Lancaster TC. Yes, it happens, folks. It also happens to really good players. You're not alone.
Feel a little vindicated. I'm definitely a scout loser, a scout injurer. Anyway,
and B
opening with the barracks himself on the Uvu.
He's like, you know, now that I've driven my TC all the way across the land to secure my gold mine to feudal age, you know, there's a very flammable Uvu. There's the Gur. I also should need extra sheep that he no longer has because his Khan just died. It's a little scary to be B right now.
Yeah, pretty wild opening. We'll see what MSN can do to capitalize on this, but he's got 2 injured spears. That barracks has finished its production of the double spears for B, and MSN not really able to get onto those exposed vills, going to be pushed back across the map.
Yeah, MSN not taking the greatest engagement in 50 initial spears. 1 dies, but we've got 3 for B right now. MSN sticking on 2, and it does not look like he's gonna commit to more. So B is safe, and his gambit for the meteor seems to have worked out.
Yeah, feeling good at the moment. MSN not able to do much against that. And we're just gonna see that massive scaling with a stone income for the Mongols. B is about to be supercharged.
Yukon already out. MSN about to age up. Now, we had some changes to Lancaster that we did not talk about just yet. Specifically, with the manors, there was a rework that reduced the passive generation that you get from these from the get-go a lot. Instead, you're gonna get passive resources for any vills that work under manor influence. And we do see an Abbey coming out, no surprises there, as the lords are just very, very strong fighting units.
Yeah, pretty interesting change to the manors. Able to provide a little bit of counterplay where you're able to go out, pick off some villagers, and slow down that passive resource generation. As B, with those spears, comes in. First blood on the villagers. Able to pick off a House of Lancaster villager from the gold. There are so many Mongolian spears here that are just outside the TC range. MSN trying to bait him forward, but that's not going to happen. Trying to repair that gold mine, prevent the bounty from going over to B. Spears dancing back and forth, and some of them now pulled a little far forward. B going to lose another one. Yeah. MSN just has 3.
A little surprised here that MSN did not start shooting with his wills, as they also carry short bows. But Feudal Age is in. What is MSN's plan right now? He has not been going for any stone just yet. Not surprisingly, with 8 Mongol spears on the map, but Abbey healing coming in, and there's a free lord on the way.
Doing such a good job of not being baited into the TC as MSN comes out, pokes, runs away. Here come the Vils with their short bow. There it is. First bit of damage, able to take out a spear, but MSN losing one himself. Lord now on the field. Those villagers are safe to mine gold.
You sure the Lord can just beat all 8 of them?
Yep.
But B can now age up to the Feudal Age. And if you look at his stone bag, it's ridiculous how much stone income he has. There's stone coming up with 7. He really wants to get to castle, to Feudal Age, and fast.
That is so silly. And now, I know the Mongols, they also get their eco-techs reworked, where it's just one eco upgrade, helping everything out that costs stone, which B is not going to be in short supply of.
He's even shoreline fishing. This is such a good economy for B right now. Did not opt to go for a dock that you could possibly place here. Sometimes it's bugged and you can't. It's a little rough. But, yeah. We've got B shoreline fishing. His food income is reflecting that. His income is just so good right now. We'll see how he deals with that in Feudal Age, as we see a second Lord is already on the way. But yeah, I'd be interested to see if B just picks the eco-techs, because normally I would argue you can't really go for it, because if you spend so much stone in Feudal on something that is not units, you die. But in this case,
you got the stone for it. That Lord, though, able to find those villagers on the shoreline fish. A couple of spears in pursuit. We're going to have a clash. A lot of injured spears for B, doing a good job trying to keep those alive. Lord able to get a hit there.
First Hobblars are here as well, so it's full Feudal from MSN right now. Spears, Hobblars, and Lords. So all of these units have extra health. Oh, poor Hobblar. He can't deal with the 5 HP spear.
Nope. Cannot engage into that. Has to run away. Now the double Keshik are out on the map, and he can double produce those Keshik forever.
This is real rough. We do get textiles in 4B here, so he's not super confident because he knows he must be out on the map to get food. He just doesn't have any, but he's dropping down the market because I'm on that meteor. I can just buy myself food.
Crazy, crazy stuff. Now B with a couple of Keshik, another double production Keshik in the queue. Moving towards MSN's base. MSN with 3 Lords now. Mix in some spears and yeomen. Getting the crater, the meteorite for himself. Dropping the outpost. Hasn't been scouted quite yet.
MSN sees the archery range coming up, but no telling if there's actually gonna come anything out of that. So we've got 4 Keshik right now. There's another double set coming in a second. And B's just sitting... Never mind, he's double producing archers.
Yep, spending that stone.
And Keshik.
Just on the double production. It's like when they're meteorites, the Mongols looking more like the Golden Horde. Always double production here. The amount of stone that's available. MSN, though, I believe he's got that meteor. Hasn't been scouted out quite yet, although Keshik may be moving over to the location. Spears there to try to intercept, but Keshik are just going to breeze on past. Duck inside that crater, get a look at out what's going on. We'll see the outpost, and we'll turn around to retreat.
I don't think we've got one manor. If we quickly can check that base as we see these raids being scouted out and repelled. Where did he put it? There it is. And now if we look at the 10, I think this count there is that we've got 10 working wills there. It must be more than that though. But look at the increased maximum population. Never mind. We've got a whole lot of working wills under there, and since this manor is not capped in any way, shape, or form, you get extra passive income from every single one that is working under there. So, yeah. That's a lot of income. That means one manor is actually kind of like an Aachen Chapel, and it's very effective as we see a Hobbler raid coming in. They finally deal with the low HP spear, but the other one is still insurmountable.
Trying to get some damage on the units. You can see B coming over, putting pressure on Meteorite of MSN, who had a jump inside of the garrison. That raid still alive. A whole bunch of Keshik looking to deal damage there. Good response by the villagers. Keshik not going to be able to find anything here. Spears will chase him away with a couple lords in tow.
He's 14 Keshik already, about to be 16 at the 10-minute mark.
And it's nothing but double production. He still has 450 stone in the bank, getting 600 stone a minute. That's the Mongols.
Yeah, what am I going to do with all of that? First big engagement, we do see one charge coming through. But B doesn't really need to take these engagements. He just needs to keep away from the spears and just eat everything else.
Yeah, Keshik able to jump in on the Hobilar, do a little bit of damage. Maybe heal up a little bit, although they are taking fire from the yeoman. And as Cal's pointing out, MSN has not moved out to the shoreline fish. Meanwhile, B is just about exhausted the fish near his own little crater. And those shoreline fish, tiny, tiny buff in the recent patch. Going to provide an additional 100 food per node.
Second manor coming up for MSN. He's moving over to the other berries. Just everything's in the back of his base. He really wants to position that defensively, as we see another raiding force at the bottom there. Probably, assumingly, Hobblers coming around, checking where B's food is.
Yep. That mass on the map, looking at the deer pack, not going to find much there. B is located on the deer pack in the back corner of the base. The Keshik's on the screen right now, looking to put more pressure on that meteor. You can see the response from B, those blue dots moving over, looking to intercept. Villagers should be jumping inside of that outpost. There it is. Spears are here.
There's 20 Keshik though. No, there's a 23 Keshik, 24 Keshik. All Keshik are here currently. And we've got 15 spears. They do have extra health. They have 20% extra health to your lords, which is significant, but still. If you have less spears than your opponent has knights, you're looking in a bad shape.
Yeah, you're going to have a bad time for sure. Keshik pausing for a second, but he's not going to let MSN catch up. That huge mass is going to be kited through the center here. Keshik free to do whatever they want.
We've had the improved Ecos attacks right there. But so far, B not opting for them, even though, you know, he would have the stone for it.
Yep. Able to dip, maybe just saving that stone. Eventually, Meteor's going to run out. And so that stone can be used for double production a little later. Keshik looking for a target here. Spears in position, but a couple of villagers exposed out front on the berries, but B not able to take those with the spears being so close behind.
Quite honestly, I think B could just take the fight whenever he wants and very likely win this, but he does not think so. So who am I to gainsay that, as we get the upgrade for the Lancaster spears that will reduce the armor, which makes them quite a bit more efficient. Very nice. And the meteor has officially run out. So we're back to normal stone production.
Wow, 30 Keshik later, and we've hit that. So Uvu about to run out as well. Still with 550 banked. Those 30 Keshik now looking for their target. MSN a little slower to get out on the meteor, so his is still active for the time being. Those Vills actually pulling away. Keshik are going to torch down what's on the inside, but those Mongolian archers being pursued by a group of Hobilars, getting caught up on a Keshik for a minute. They're going to continue to give chase. Pack of Keshik break off. Pressure on the Hobilars. MSN needs to get out of there with those. The rest of the Keshik mass forced away from the meteor, but the damage is done. Camp, the outpost, they're gone.
I need a big engagement. Two of the lords standing back. They are not in range to provide their armor to their HP buff here. And this looks like frontline's rapidly falling. Their 20 spears. We still got 30 Keshiks running. Yeah, this is looking like an absolute meltdown of the Lancaster army. 7 spears, and MSN just calls it and says, you know what? I don't like this meteor mechanic after all.
Yeah, you showed me the power of that. Oh my goodness. It was double production the entire time for B. Wacky stuff. 30 Keshik on the field. Those cowardly lords hanging back for MSN. Not contributing to the final fight, but I think it was over regardless. So many units. What do you do against that? I mean, I think the answer is ban craters, but...
I read the RIP manners here, but honestly, the manners have been buffed. Early game, you only need 1 manor, and you can put your entire eco under there. Of course, given a favorable spawn. And you get more income through that, and you can just pump army. And then you go all in with the lords. It just does not really work if your opponent is double producing Keshik constantly.
And now, what do we have here for a map?
Woof.
Riddle me this. I didn't see this one in the map pool.
I didn't see that either. I am very confused.
Okay, here we go to Pigeon's View.
I was like, hold on a minute. We don't have Karlogger. We do go to Pigeon's View. Oh, never mind. It was Pigeon's... What is it called? Pigeon's Valley? I don't remember. Anyway, something Pigeon. Yeah. Anyway, Ayyubid versus Zushi's Legacy. And changes in the recent patch. Zushi got a tax nerf on their military production, so not on the tax drop-off as they gather resources. And Ayyubids, do you recall?
They, I think, had some tweaks to the Bazaar Wing on the units that can be produced out of that, but certainly not enough to be relevant in this current meta. But prove me wrong, B. Go Gamba.
Go
Why
Gamba.
not?
That is the only reason. Why not, indeed? Well, Pigeon's View, the better balanced high view. For those who don't know, this map has been used in KPMM and different tourneys for quite a while now. And how do you expect this one to go with Ayyubids versus Sushi? You think we're gonna see Pro Scouts now that it's been so badly nerfed that everyone is not gonna like it anymore?
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing Pro Scouts. I mean, take a look at the DRR. It is Pigeon's View. It's Zushi. That is not gonna stop Zushi from going Pro Scouts at all.
Yeah, and be likely going to... Now, we can't really predict what kind of age up they're gonna go for. Of course, Growth Wing is the stable that is just good all-rounder and everything. You could go for the healers potentially and fight in feudal to contest the Pro Scouts. But Master Smiths, well, that was not on my bingo card.
I said go Gamba. I was thinking Gamba would be the wild pick, but Master Smiths. So we are getting the blacksmith upgrades as soon as B drops a blacksmith for
Now,
free.
I've always been a supporter of the fact that Ayyubids should just get them without a blacksmith, but yeah, you have to build that blacksmith, so it's not entirely free. And yeah, meditation garden for Zushi. Wow, we're so surprised. It is a decent garden. We've got a bunch of stealth forest in there. We've got got a full berry patch. Away.
Yeah, I'm racking my brain to try to think of the last time at this level I saw Master Smiths being picked as an age up, and I am coming up blank.
It's been picked quite often when you have like 50 archers and you just go for that timing attack because you immediately get the H3 archer upgrade and you just walk in there and kill everything with veterancy and
Sure, that makes sense as a castle age upgrade. I'm talking about feudal.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've never seen this. I'm really excited to see what B does here with that wing choice. So Meditation Gardens completing for MSN. Very likely going to start professional scouting as soon as he has the resources. Look at that Gardens. Picking up the berries, picking up the gold. A nice little stealth forest coverage in there as well.
very pretty. Love it. We do see the village
Getting a
coming
little
up,
bit
and,
of those
village
trees.
has actually been buffed, as in it now costs 25 wood less. But MSN still opting to open with a house, did not chop wood early. And there's Pro Scouts. Wow, so surprised. Big
Crazy
upset.
stuff here happening with Zushi. The Pro Scouts. Yeah, no, figured that was gonna happen. And we've got, what is this? It's 2 stables and a range, or a barracks?
2
Perhaps
stables and a range, and no blacksmith. You know, why would I use my age up for anything?
That's a good question.
It is
He is
horsemen and
just-
archers. They're just going.
Oh man, just dabbing on him. I don't need the benefit of going to feudal. I'll just take the most vanilla feudal. No bonuses. I'm still gonna beat you.
Curious to know what MSN actually saw from this. Does he know what he's up against? He does have 2 scouts, but well, he did scout the House of Wisdom. Probably maybe saw a wing and thought to himself, wow, that's a reinforcement wing. That's unusual.
Yeah. Nope. Gonna get caught off guard somehow. As soon as the blacksmith upgrades come in. Unit numbers continue to climb, so that the blacksmith upgrades will pay off once it is constructed. There'll be units to actually take benefit of that. It's gonna be a fight for the deer.
And there's the blacksmith, so now he is fully upgraded. If MSN realizes that, he's like, oh, wow. Guess we're fighting feudal.
Absolutely are, yeah. MSN being pressured on that other deer pack. Scout having to drop the deer, get out of there. But there's only 1 Zhug, 1 spear against a growing army of Ayyubid units.
Yeah, the archers are not here yet, so for now, at least, MSN can secure himself a few deer, or at least get them closer. But as soon as these archers arrive, he's gonna be pushed off of this completely. And where are B's deer pack? There's one to the north of his base, and there's one behind his base, so not really accessible for MSN. He could go for the one on the right, but still the angle is not great, and B could just intercept that with the horseman.
Yeah, and MSN didn't fully take all of the deer from that initial deer pack. B moving over, sight blocked by the stealth forest, but anticipating
He's just missing them.
A movement of scouts, but he's not gonna see him.
Scout is here now, so he's gonna see them in a moment. There they are.
Oh, there it is. The army's here for MSN. Fear's looking to get in position. Scouts turn around. Oh no, oh no.
There was a mass cavalry hotkey right there. And now he's gonna drop off at the mill. Keep in mind, with the Pro Scout changes, every single move these guys make with the deer on their back actually lowers the value, the food value on the deer that they're carrying. So this little deer tour to the left there lost them like 15 food, I suppose.
Yeah, crazy how that can start to add up. Well, it is... Oh no, they're still holding him. The scout is still holding the deer.
If they don't move, it's not time-based, it's distant-based.
Okay. Okay.
100 less food on that deer right next to the base there.
Another push coming in for B. Trying to get those horsemen into the Jug News. Gonna be forced back here, but keeping MSN on his toes.
We're already up to 11 Zooks, but we've got 10 horsemen on the other side, and B is macroing for Castle Age behind all of this. And just sitting on this gold, trying to stop MSN from following suit very, very quickly. Villager makes it away. Nice reaction there.
Jumps forward again, and he's not going to get out this time. Meanwhile, those horsemen are on top of the scouts for MSN, intercepting the deer coming back. B losing a scout far forward. Not too far from Castle Age, and MSN is going to lose those scouts.
I was gonna say he's blind here, but he's definitely not, because there's an outpost right next to it that he's captured.
And that is ticking down, that deer carcass.
Yeesh. Someone
What's
write
going
a
on
back
here?
report. Economy
So
wing
we've got Age of
industry.
Empire. Great. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not even gonna call what B's gonna do for the Castle Age upgrade. Gonna be industry. We're going heavy onto wood. You can see that in his macro right now. It's still just food and gold. Gonna get that influx of wood.
I wanted him to go Gamba so badly, but maybe he's gonna go straight in. Who knows?
Fast Imp Gamba.
At this point, I'm
I'd
not
love
gonna
to
make
see it.
any predictions
Why not?
ever for anything B does.
It's on the table. So that deer is fine. That deer found its way back to Age of Empires 2. It's just losing food for the hell of it.
Speaking of upgrades, MSN still does not have any blacksmith upgrades, so these Zuginu are actually doing quite a lot worse than they could against B's army. The Zuginu triple dip on blacksmith upgrade, which also means your range defense upgrade triple dips because they shoot 3 arrows, so you get 3 damage reduced.
And you get that for free. So, budding Ayyubids players, if you're going up against Zhu Shi, look at what he's doing with Master Smiths. Maybe consider it. I'm just kidding. We've got an engagement here. MSN able to get his
Great
horsemen.
engagement for MSN.
Able to get a good surround there, pick off a horseman for the Ayyubids. You can see the units MSN has. Greater numbers, more health. Able to do a good job just picking off units as they retreat, as they move into the forest. Not sure if there's a scout with the pack, so they might lose some of those horsemen on the way out, but there's a little raid on the gold. Age up is in. You can see the wood count spiking for B. He's got wood for sure.
But MSN, he's already pumping out the spears as fast as he can in the expectancy of the camel lancers, and he's just gonna go straight under the TC because, you know, an idle eco cannot produce castle age units.
And he's got the numbers for it. B moving out to the corner, Dropping stables out there, looking to get the production, some secured gold on the outside while those Camel Lancer numbers can increase. But it's pressure throughout B's base. Juke News jumping in on the wood line, taking out a few vills there. Horsemen can't fully engage into these Camel Lancers.
This is really rough. Here's the big fight. Can he keep the Lancers alive? Can he hold this back? I don't think he can necessarily, but in the corner, the secondary base that he set up has not been scouted out yet. And MSN only killed 5 villagers.
Only 5? That's pretty insane considering he was able to get all of those units underneath the TC. He just being chased around the outside. So those spears from MSN able to join the fight. MSN going up with Mount Lu. Spears really going to be the decider here. Something finally on the field to deal with the Camel Lancers. This army is cleaned up. MSN's got nothing. Actually, with only 5 vills to show for it. A lot of idle time, but not a lot of dead villagers.
Castle Age is now done for Zushi's legacy, so what is gonna be MSN's weapon of choice here? We see the spear upgrade immediately, but he has nothing to deal with 9 Lancers right now. Crossbows could be an option, but yeah, he really doesn't have any resources for it.
He does not, and those Lancers found their way across the map. MSN moving forward, his spears trying to keep those vills safe. They're gonna have to duck back. MSN not able to take those berries just yet. There are too many units for MSN to deal with. Too many Lancers here. And now we've got some threatened gold miners that are gonna have to retreat, and B with great positioning here to cut off the retreat. Get a pretty massive pickup of his own.
This was not the moment for Pro Scout's food to run out. It was, yeah, well, he went to the exact right spot in expectancy of something to be there, and here we are with 8 Lancers knocking at the door, and we already have the good archer count behind that as well, which will directly counter crossbows and the spears.
Looking tricky for MSN at the moment. Be stabilized. Continue to produce those Lancers. Looking to get the Dervish out as well. Secure the relics, sacred sites. Maybe a little healing if they feel like it. MSN looking to just hold on here. Meditation Gardens, you know, chipping in over the course of the game. Those are not numbers to sneeze at. MSN, you can see the production has stopped. He's getting wheelbarrow in right now. Looking for the second upgrade of ranged attack, horticulture as well. Adding some spears, but B is at the point where the archer numbers are now equaling the spear numbers.
We don't have anything against the archers right now. All the horsemen have died, and MSN just doesn't have the food income to replace them. Needs to play crossbow spear and be defensive. He wants to secure that relic, but gets scouted out and is free.
And the archers will continue to advance. Now we got some threatened villagers on the berries. They can no longer stay here.
Yeah, for those with the question, what did B do with his stone? He sold it.
And why not? So we got the relics incoming on both sides now. B with 2 secured already, bringing back a third. MSN looking for his first. That mass of units is still right outside of MSN's base. Still putting pressure on the food, on the villagers. MSN struggling to keep those spears alive. Spears, crossbows. Not doing anything against the archers, and as those numbers get thinned out, that allows the Camel Lancers to get in there, start racking up their own kills. MSN has lost his military, and possibly the game at this point.
Yeah, he currently has absolutely nothing, and he seems to agree. And out we go. We see that. Do you see that siege workshop in the back there? We were so close to getting Bs against B. You know.
Nest of Bees
I'm gonna
versus
stop.
B. Yeah, look at that age up. Look at that industry. Just all that wood jamming in at once.
Look,
Able to pivot to the Archer production with that.
resources gathered might look at that, but then you add the extra resources he gets for free from the blacksmith on top of that, and suddenly that green bar is above the blue one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Master Smiths, guys. Master Smiths.
Master Smiths look like the wing of choice for Ayyubids players. Please, that is the new meta. If you're Ayyubids, especially if you're playing against me, where I'm at on the ladder, consider Master Smiths.